This episode is brought to you by TaxAct. Don't do your taxes alone. Join TaxAct's National Admin Night. Admin nights are social gatherings for getting through your to-do list. So get ready for a night of fun, finding deductions, and filing taxes with TaxAct, where you can file your federal and state return for just $49 through April 8. Let's get together and get them over with. Visit taxact.com/admin-night for details.
This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up, you stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Last night, you spent 2 hours deciding what to wear to the party. This morning, it'll take you 2 minutes to list it on Depop and make your money back. Just grab your phone, snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. The sheer dress and platform heels you'll never wear again? There's a birthday girl searching for them right now. Your one-and-done look is about to pay for your next night out. Or at least the ride home. Your style can make you cash. Start selling on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Visitation list from your family and your friends, that's a major lift. Hey yo, spirit, all the drama on the yard, you wanna forget it, yeah. Behind these walls is different, and you wouldn't understand if you didn't live it. Ay, big slime, I did big time, ay, and they took me off the front line. I'm still scarred from doing my time. And everybody said I should let go. I'm trying, but it did something to my mental. In or out the pin, you know I stand 10 toes. If you know, now you know. I hold my own, that ain't wrong. And I know I gotta think different. Cause if I don't, then I guess I be the same nigga. Wait, I'm trying to let it go. I'm trying to be a better person so I don't have to get physical. I gotta get my mind right for the limelight. I don't care who judging if they don't know doing timeline. Trying to be an example to my fans and all my peoples and my nieces and my nephew. Big slime, I did big time. Sitting in the cold cell in the daytime. Your time be fine, but it's not like the world, no. Big slime, I did big time. Giving up them years that took me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. I'm watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judges dismissed me like I was dumb too. Then the bailiff looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in the cell is just like being in the grave. Yes, let's go. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. Let's get it. Hey. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. If you are watching on Facebook and you like, you know what? I actually want to tune in and join on the live. You actually can join in on the TikTok, which is THA Couch on TikTok, or Couch Chronicles No Limits. Either one, you're going to be able to pop up or pull it up. But if you would like to, share your story or your account of what you went through, you're more than welcome to share it right here on the couch. You don't have to wait until a specific day. If you just like, you know what, I'm brave enough today. Let me hit this invite button and let me get myself up there. Come talk. Before we go on, I do want to give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't make it here today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. As you know, this whole week on the couch is Prison Jail Felon Talk. We do this every month on the couch. Sometimes I get people like, yo, I want to be, on Prison Jail Felon Talk. Okay, well, it's whenever you are ready, because it happens every month. Also coming up on the couch next week, not next week, but coming up on the couch, April 20th, is going to be
mental health talk. April the 22nd is going to be sickle cell talk. April the, excuse me. April the 29th is going to be shroom talk. And April the 30th is going to be fuck fentanyl. And as I always say, if any of these subjects resonate with you, you are more than welcome to come share your story. You are more than welcome to come share your story. Come share your story or come hear a story right here on the couch. You know, this is the therapy that you never knew you needed. You never know what you might get right here on the couch. You never know. Honestly, I'm so thankful for Prison Jail Felon Talk, because there's times where I'm like, I want to go on a rampage of just speaking on the things that's happening in the prisons right now, you know, and the things that we also went through. For some of the ones that did a lot of time, the things that we also went through while we were there, you know. So this is also a safe space for me to be able to speak, because I'm like, yo, this isn't the type of thing. Like this morning, I made a post in my stories. So I keep a picture of the man that I shot. I just do. I just do. And so sometimes when I'm given tips on anything that has to do with prison, as far as like not coming back, or, you know, or if you do go, you know, the things that you can and can't do, or should and shouldn't do. One of the things that I learned is, no matter, even if you intentionally wanted to shoot somebody, stab somebody, hurt somebody, whatever the case is, when you catch a case, that whatever you did, say you stabbed somebody, go ahead. No, pull up. Wifey will be right up there with you. Pull up. So you just, okay, let me think of a good way to explain it. Say you was in my position and you, matter of fact, say it wasn't even you that got raped. Say it was your child, and you decided, you know what? Whoever this was that touched my child, I'm going to kill him. Or I'm going to hurt them real bad. This is what you decided now at this moment. Someone hurt your child, and all you could think of is, I'm going to hurt whoever hurt my child. And now you have taken matters into your own hands. Now you're facing charges. But it's not just charges that you're facing. You're facing a lifetime of anxiety. You're facing a lifetime of trauma, a lifetime of flashbacks. You don't just get sentenced to whatever you get sentenced to. See, they don't tell you, you know what, you're sentenced to this, and then you're going to have flashbacks. You're sentenced to this, and then you're never going to stop thinking of it. They don't tell you that. And even though I was in my right state of mind when I caught my case, I was like, you know what? I got to take matters into my own hands. That's how I felt as a child. I got to take matters into my own hands. And now, in my young mind, I wasn't really thinking of because I wasn't prepared. I didn't know anybody that went through anything like this. I just, as far, not saying that I didn't know anybody that went through a rape. I'm saying I didn't know anybody that went through a rape and then couldn't get their mind off of killing somebody. Like, I couldn't get my mind off of, I'm going to kill this motherfucker as soon as I see them. And so I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know what to say to nobody. I just knew that I was feeling this way, and it was like boiling up. Like I knew. I've never done anything like this before, but I knew in my heart of hearts that it was going down. Like, anytime we do anything in our lives, we kind of know. Like, even though it seems crazy and it seems like something that or it might even be something that we've never done. Sometimes when you are in that moment, you know, like, like, I'm going. I didn't think, at the time that I was going to get caught as soon, but I wasn't really tripping because I was like, shit, I mean, I did what I did. Let's go. Like, I don't even want to wait. Okay, I'm not snitching on myself, nothing. Do your job, take me to my cell. But they don't tell you when they hitting that little doot doot. They don't tell you that no matter what. And here's the thing, and this is the real fucked up part is about it, is you have to be someone that you might not already feel like you are, if that makes sense. Or you have to put on this mask while you're in prison already. And that's on top of dealing with okay, I just caught this case and now look where I'm at. You still trying to grasp that. And then if you stab somebody or shot somebody, then you still see that. And it's like, okay. And then I got to be this person on the yard and hope nobody pushes me and tests me again and make me have to be this person that I was that got me to catch my case. A lot of us, and I hear this all the time, I got an anger issue. Yeah, I hear that. A lot of us do. And sometimes some of us, especially when we're young, because I was young when I caught my case, especially when we're young, we don't know how to express our anger except for how we seen it growing up. And that might have been through a fight. That might have been through standing on business. And sometimes standing on business can get you put in the penitentiary with flashbacks for the rest of your life. Dreams, nightmares, whatever you want to call it, it's there. They don't prepare you for that. They don't prepare you for after you do your time, no matter how much time you do, because time is time. You can go on the yard for a month and some fucked up ass shit could happen to you. You can go on it. I don't care how long you on the yard. Anything could fucking happen. You could look at somebody the wrong way and they think that you looking at their woman and they beat you up with a lock and a sock. You can be real pretty and they be like, oh my God, I'm jealous of this bitch. And they can boil some baby oil and they can throw it right on your face and your face just start melting down. Anything could happen in a month in the penitentiary, period. So go in there thinking that, I'm going to just stay in my Bible. I'm going to just do this. Nah, people don't like that too. Sometimes somebody will just taunt you just because. So you have to literally, if you was the type of person that was always like this, you got to come in there like this. Like, don't look and smile at nobody. This ain't no fucking game. Don't do it. Don't. You're going to be real, real sad because you're going to be going to visitation with a black eye. It's not going to be a good feeling. And then that whole month that you there and you're supposed to be getting out maybe in a month, it's miserable. Imagine being on the yard and knowing that you can't do anything back because you want to go home. You don't want nothing to mess up your time. So you don't do anything. That means that you have to allow people to strike you in your face and you don't do nothing. You have to let shit slide. Let shit go. You literally have to. Especially if you're trying to make your 1 year review. Oh yeah. You are I'm talking about the quietest motherfucker on the yard. And then you don't, hey love, and then you don't want to tell nobody that you got to hear a review because somebody's going to try to trick you off. See, they don't prepare you and tell you. See, they might tell you in the video about don't take the chips. Okay, yeah, don't take the chips. But they also don't tell you don't take a friendship without analyzing the reason why the friendship is there, because some people will be your friend on the yard. They've been doing research on you before you got there, and that's guaranteed. Don't ever think that you about to hit the yard and nobody's gonna know who you are. They might not act like they know who you are, but they know who the fuck you are, especially if you have a high profile case. They are watching you. And let them say, surgeon's daughter or author's daughter or car dealership's daughter or son. They know that you got money. Off the rip, they know that you got money. So they looking to be your friend to make sure that their friend takes care of a friend. Seriously, it happens. I mean, believe it or not, it's sad. It's sad as fuck. Some people, they get out and they still have this prison mentality. Like they still have the, if you've never been to the yard, or if you don't know nobody that's ever been to the yard, you won't really know to call it when you see it. When you know somebody that's been locked up, it's a difference. Like that they institutionalize. Now other people don't know what's going on. They just think, oh, this motherfucker crazy, but we as ex-felons, I mean, we still felon, but we as felons, we know when someone has been locked up. We know because of their behavior. Sometimes they can't shake the behavior that they had on the yard. And sometimes they can't take that mask off that they had to put on the yard. Some of them, they get stuck with it. Then they get out and now they have to continue to be this person that they portrayed to be. Because now they got so comfortable in this character that they can't get themselves out of that character. Some of them, they get out and they go straight to drugs, and then they end up being that same character. Imagine living in an apartment complex, hotels, and seeing the same people that you was locked up with acting as if this hotel or this apartment complex was D building or C1 or C2C. No, for real. Acting like it was one of the buildings on the yard. And like I said, a regular person, they wouldn't be able to scope that. They wouldn't be able to see that. Us, we looking like, man, I want it better for you. Like, come on now. Woo. Come on. Not that I didn't get out and I wasn't institutionalized a little bit, because I was. I'm not going to lie. I was a little institutionalized because I didn't know how to be in the world. Like, how? Come on now. Like, how do you use this touchscreen phone? What the fuck is this? Like, everything was so new to me that I didn't even realize that I was institutionalized. And then whenever I did, I was like, me? Like, how did I do this? Me? So it took me, I've been out 10 years, and it literally took me maybe about 4 or 5 years after being out to actually sorry, to actually realize that, like, I'm out, things are different, especially like in my mind, I'm not the same person that I was before I got locked up because I was a kid. So I think a lot of times people get confused with adults like myself that have been locked up. Like, we don't think the same that you think. We don't view the world and things in the world the same as you do. You might think because I'm an adult that I'm supposed to think like you do because you think like that. But we didn't grow up in the same situation. You and him or you and her might have grew up in the same situation thinking that, oh, we grew up in the hood together. Even if I grew up in the hood together, I grew up in the penitentiary still. Even if I was a kid in the hood, I still went from the hood to the penitentiary. And that's a whole nother hood to grow up in. So sometimes I find myself like the odd person out because people don't feel the way I feel about certain things, and I don't feel the way certain people feel, and they kind of look at me like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you ain't mad about that? Like, I'm supposed to be mad about that? Like, and then it took a lot for me to learn, especially with the help of my wife, that, you know, you can't read something and think that you know what somebody thinking. Because, I mean, in the penitentiary, all we had was either kites or we wasn't sending each other a text message. So we didn't know, some of us didn't know that if you put all your letters in caps lock, that's like you yelling. Or we didn't know that if you know, go back and forth with somebody online that it means that you're mad. Like, we didn't know that. We just thought that we was doing some shit that we did if we was in a penitentiary. If I was talking, I would have been da 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 and got it out and then kept it pushing. Because in a penitentiary, you can cuss somebody out and then keep it fucking pushing. If either one of you ain't ready to go to lock, then y'all not finna throw down. You gonna say what you gotta say, and then you gonna move on. So we used to that from the penitentiary. We used to that. So then when we get out, we thinking that it's the same way in certain situations. And in other situations, we already know on the yard. Whenever you ready to lock down, that's all you say. What's up? Let's lock. Let's touch pavement. If a motherfucker ain't ready to touch pavement, then you a bully. You a bully. For real. If they not ready to touch pavement, then you a bully. And that's one thing that we don't want to be labeled as, is a bully. Who wants to be labeled as a bully? Nobody. Nobody. But unless you ready to touch pavement on the yard, you learn early on being in prison how to deal with different behaviors, emotions, personalities. You learn that early on because you have to deal with the personalities of the women. You have to deal with the personalities of your cellie. You have to deal with the personalities of the staff members, the personalities of everybody. And it's all enclosed into one little space. And it's either you get along or you don't get along. And if you don't get along, then you going in a room and you handling up. And then you come the fuck back out here and you moving the fuck on. Period. I'm still behind when it comes to, I'm supposed to be offended when it comes to social media. Like, I don't get offended. I just comment and keep it pushing. And I think it's part of the mentality of being in prison because it wasn't like that. We gonna do that. We gonna pop. We gonna say what we need to say and we gonna keep it pushing. But thinking like the next person is out of there. Like, we don't think like everybody else. That's why a lot of times when you see somebody that has been locked up, they'll be with regular people for a while. And then once they break up with that regular person, they'll either go back to someone that was in the penitentiary with them or someone that was in a penitentiary in general, because they so used to being around other people that are like-minded like them. And a lot of like-minded people that are like me, or just think kind of how I think, are people that were locked up with me. And it's not just like my regular friends. Now I have a few regular friends, but they don't have the penitentiary thoughts like I do sometimes. Like, so if I was to be like, yo, I'm having this type of thought and I was thinking about da 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 da, they would understand. They'd be like, girl, me too. Like, I can't believe it. And remember whenever, and then we'll bring up a certain person that reminded of us of the story. And then, but it's like that because we're more into being around people that understand us, whereas being around people that we have to keep explaining who the fuck we are. Isn't it refreshing to be around people that you don't have to explain yourself, or you just feel like you just on such a certain accord that, like, understanding that you both understand? I get that 100% with my girls and guys that were locked up, because I mean, our thought process is different, especially if we was locked up for a long time and we get out and we're just trying to be in society and look normal. Is it working? Because I don't think it's working for me. I'm just being myself, and only people that I feel like really, really get me is my penitentiary people, which that gotta change. That gotta change because I want to fit in. Psych. I know how hard it is. So if you've ever done any time and you watching this, please do not feel like you are alone, because you are not. You're not. We all feel these type of feelings. We all think these thoughts, and none of us fit in with the regular people. I'm sorry, we just don't. We try so hard, but our thought process, the way we process things in general, the way we handle social media, we don't even handle social media like a regular person. We are literally a different breed. And some of us, not because we wanted to, but because we had to. You can't go in prison being that regular person that you was when you first caught your case. You have to be a different version of yourself. And when you become that different version of yourself and you learn who that version of you is, and then you learn who this version of you is, sometimes they can collide. And sometimes not in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. I'm just saying. It's hard, but keep going. Don't allow being in the world, and even if it's like everybody that you're used to is on the yard still, there are people still out here right now. Even if we never hit the yard together, like, you could still hit me up. I'm not that type of person. I have a soft heart for anyone that's been locked up, whether it's a male, female, different state, same state, someone I know, someone I don't know. Like, I get it. Don't think that you alone, because all you got to do is reach out. There's several Facebook groups on Facebook that you can join. Also, you can make a post, and trust me when I say it's going to come across the right timeline. Anytime you feel like I need to find my tribe, and you want to know if it's on your social media, post whatever you need to get out. Say what you need, and whoever is part of your tribe is gonna gravitate to that post. Trust me, it happens every time. I'm not wishing the penitentiary on anyone but a rapist in a murderer to a certain extent. And I say that because what if you murdered your rapist? Should I say that you should be in prison for the rest of your life? No, I don't. But if you just murdered children just because, yeah, goodbye. If you are facing time or dealing with any type of court and they're offering you time, one of the biggest things is, especially if you know that you're not guilty, no matter how hard or how tough the courts come at you, take it to trial. Take it to trial. If you're already paying for a lawyer and you believe it, no, really, and if you're genuinely innocent, I say take it to trial. Take it all the way to trial. A lot of times they want to scare you into not even taking it to trial. They want to scare you into doing a plea bargain, which plea bargain you can't go back on. It ain't like you about to get a year review. They lie. So if I was you, if I'm facing time, if I've caught a case, take it to trial, period. Don't let nobody scare you, even if you like, this is my first time, and I don't care how much they offer you. Take it to trial. Fight for yourself. Don't just depend on your lawyer to get all the evidence and all the everything that you need. Get what you need too. Get your own folder. Oh, you got a discovery? Get an extra. Come in with your own shit. Fight for yourself. Don't allow yourself to go down for some bullshit, especially if you know that you're innocent, even if you have a public defender. Because at least if you go to trial and heaven forbid you lose, even though you're innocent, you'll still have a better chance of fighting your case continually. Whereas if you take a plea bargain, you don't really get that chance. You kind of forfeit a lot of your fight. And that's not what we're here to do. Don't forfeit your fight because it seems scary. If you was brave enough to catch your case, then you need to be brave enough to sit it the fuck out until you win your case. If you was like, you know what, I'm in the right, take it to trial. That's it. Take it.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Tap the banner to learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.